Hello everyone. Last time we had a discussion regarding horoscope matchmaking. So this is part 3 of horoscope matchmaking. If you have not seen the first and second part, I will give the link to those videos in the comment section, in the description section. So you can go and watch those part 1 and part 2 before coming to part 3 of this video. So this is the final part of horoscope matchmaking. So when you are matching two horoscopes, it is very important to note certain intricacies of those horoscopes. What each person is made up of, what are their expectations. Considering all those factors, it is very important to match the right horoscopes. What are the current period? What is the current dasha, buddhi, and antaras that each horoscope is undergoing? Are they supporting each other or not? So these aspects also we need to look at. So let's go into the final part of horoscope matchmaking. Let me share my screen. Okay. So as we completed the first two parts, now it's very important to see what is the dasha, buddhi, and antras of the horoscope which you are trying to match to your daughter or son, whoever it is. So which horoscope is right? Because the person to whom you are matching the horoscope, they should be going through the right time period. Because if they are confused and if they are not going through the right time period, what happens is they might make decisions out of compulsion. They may not be in the right frame of mind when they are accepting the proposal of marriage. So let's see. Suppose if you have a horoscope, if you find a match to your son or daughter, and if their horoscope is like this, for example, if they are Pisces ascendant or Sagittarius ascendants, which are ruled by Jupiter, if they are going to get, if they are currently running the Ukti or sub Antardasha of Venus, then there are high chances that they are not in a right frame of mind or they are not in a position to make decisions for their marriage. So what happens is you can avoid those horoscopes. This is number one. Number two, if the horoscope to whom you are matching, if they fall under, say, like if they are Aries ascendant or Scorpio ascendant. So Aries and Scorpio are ruled by Mars and their enemy is Mercury. So if they are currently running the dasha, antardasha of Mercury, then it is not encouraged to match those horoscopes. So Aries ascendant and Scorpio ascendant are going through the dashas of Mercury, it's not good. So you do not match those horoscopes. Number three, if they are Cancer ascendant or Leo ascendant, then what happens is Saturn becomes the enemy of Sun and Moon because Cancer sign and Leo sign are ruled by Moon and the Sun. So the biggest enemy of Moon and the Sun is Saturn. So if they are going through the Antardasha of Saturn, then it is not advisable to match those horoscopes. Number four, if you see somebody born in Taurus ascendant or Libra ascendant. So Taurus and Libra, they are ruled by Venus. The exact planet opposite to Venus is Jupiter. So Venus is also a benefic planet and Jupiter is also a benefic planet, but they are of opposite nature. So Venus can give you marital pleasures, the bodily pleasures and all that, but Jupiter gives you child. Jupiter is Karaka of goodness in the society, children and all that. So Venus and Jupiter doesn't gel well together. So if they are running through the Antardasha of Jupiter, then you don't match those horoscope. Number five, if they are born with Gemini ascendant or Virgo ascendant. Gemini and Virgo, both are ruled by Mercury and enemy of Mercury is Mars. So if the person is undergoing or going through the period of Antardasha of Mars, then it is not advisable to match that horoscope. Then Aquarius ascendant. So Aquarius ascendant is ruled by Saturn. So Aquarius ascendant person with the Antardasha of moon, then it is also not advisable. Okay. Then Capricorn ascendant. Capricorn ascendant again ruled by Saturn. If they are going through the period of Antardasha of Sun, then it is not advisable. So in these horoscopes that I have shown, I have just placed the Sun and Moon in different houses. It doesn't matter in which houses they are placed. As long as they are undergoing the Antardasha of these planets which I mentioned, it is not advisable to match those horoscopes. Okay, so should we not match this horoscope always? So if they are going through the Antardasha of say like Sun or Moon and it is going for a period of 1.5 years, but the horoscope, everything else is okay. They are friendly ascendants, everything else is okay. Should we not match? So what is the exception to this rule that I mentioned just now? For example, take the same example of a Capricorn ascendant. Say if you have Jupiter sitting here, then you can match. Because whenever a benefic planet is sitting or aspecting it, you can match it. Or if you have Jupiter here, you can still match. If you have Jupiter here, you can still match. Because Jupiter is aspecting them. Instead of Jupiter, you have Venus here. You can match the horoscope because the Venus, benefic aspect of Venus is on Sun now. So the Sun will not give you the bad results for that native during the period of marriage. So these are all rules. So the same rules you can apply to the previous horoscope that I mentioned. Suppose Moon is here and Moon is with Venus or aspected by Venus or Jupiter, whatever it is. So when the planets get the association of benefic planet, then this rule doesn't apply. So astrology is always like a lot of ifs and buts are there. So it's like if you are a programmer, you might understand this. So we have if, else if statements. So if not, if, else if, else. So astrology is similar to that. So there is no one rule which says that if you have this position, then it will happen like this. There is no ground rule like that. There are always exceptions to a lot of rules that we have in astrology. So this is one exception. So what is the another next thing? Next, I already talked about Dasha and Bhuktis. So Dasha planet, we have a major planet, say like if you are running a Dasha of Saturn, it goes for 19 years. 19 years. And within the Dasha of Saturn, you have Antardasha or Sabdashas, Bhuktis we call it. So we have Bhuktis of other planets, say like Saturn, Mercury, Saturn, Ketu, like that it goes. Okay. So if you take any Antardasha and the Bhukti planet, the Sabdasha planet, they should not be in 6-8 relationship. For example, if you take this example of horoscope, say like the person is undergoing the Mahadasha of Sun and Antardasha of Rahu. If you see Sun and Rahu are 6-8 relationship, which means Rahu is 6 houses away from Rahu. So Rahu is 6 houses away from Sun and Sun is 8 houses away from Rahu. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From Rahu, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 6-8 relationship. So what happens is if the person is running through the Dasha of Sun and Antardasha of Rahu, during the time marriage should not happen because it gives some opposite effects. He might choose a wrong partner or he may not be in a right frame of mind during marriage. A lot of things are there. So if the person is undergoing a Dasha of 6-8 relationship, Dasha Bhukti planets, then avoid that horoscope. Next, here in this example, I have given an example of Mercury and Jupiter. So Jupiter is 8 houses away from Mercury. Okay, and Mercury is 6 houses away from Jupiter. So 6-8. Similarly, Venus and Saturn. So Saturn is 6 houses away from Venus, and Venus is eight houses away from Saturn. Mars. Similarly, Moon is 6 houses away from Mars, and Mars is 8 houses away from Moon. So if a person is going through the dasha like Mars dasha, Moon bhukti, Moon antardasha, or Moon dasha, Mars, you can take it both ways. Okay, Moon Mars or Mars Moon, whichever houses, whichever period that is undergoing. So avoid those things. Okay, so now the final rule. Okay, so this will be the end to our horoscope matchmaking. This is the most important rule. Among all the rules are important. This is the next important rule. Okay, so you all know about Saturn transit. Okay, suppose now the Cancer sign, Karkataka Rashi, they are going through the period of 8th house Saturn. Saturn is in their 8th house. Saturn is in their Ashtam Bhav. So when Saturn is in the 8th house, nothing goes well, right? Because it spoils all aspects of your life, be it your professional life, personal life. So people who are in Cancer sign and people who are in Aquarius sign. So the Aquarius moon. So Aquarius Rashi, Kumbha Rashi or Cancer sign. So Kumbha Rashi, they are undergoing the period of Sadesati. So if you match horoscopes like Cancer sign with Aquarius or Aquarius with Cancer, then it is also not advisable because both are not going through the right period. Even if your son or daughter is not Cancer Aquarius, do not match with person who is born in Cancer or Aquarius. Okay, for this 1 year, they are undergoing this harmful effects of Saturn. So till the end of 2024, Cancer and Aquarius signs you can avoid. Cancer signs and Aquarius. So if you can wait and if you find somebody, if a perfect match, you can get them married next year, maybe 2025, starting up then 2025. From January 2025, both Cancerians and Aquarians, they will come out of these harmful effects of Saturn. So you can match horoscopes who are born in Cancer or Aquarius. Okay. And one more thing that you have to see is from next year, the sign of Leo or Simha Rashi, they will have this Saturn in their 8th house. And Meena Rashi or Pisces sign, people who are born in Pisces moon, they will have this Sadesati. So you from now on, so if you are seeing a match for your son or daughter, you can avoid those Rashis also, because if you see a match right now, say like you will get them married maybe in the month of August, September. From the month of January next year, February, the Sadesati period for Pisces sign or Meena Rashi will start. And Saturn will transit to the 8th house for Leo sign or Simha Rashi. So Simha, Leo sign and Meena Rashi, Pisces sign, both will have tough times during that time. So you can avoid both these signs also. So this is one way of, this is another way of seeing like how you can match these horoscopes, because they have to be going through a better time period than during the time of marriage, or at least 1 or 2 years from the time of marriage, because that is the most important aspect. After marriage, like initial 2 to 3 years is very important. That is the time when a marriage can be settled well or it can break. So this is the final rule. So we are coming to the end of this horoscope matchmaking. So I hope you would have understood all these rules. No problem. Even if you don't understand, you can take your time, watch this video time and again to understand the rule better. If you have any doubts regarding matchmaking, feel free to post your comments in the comment section, and I shall be glad to answer all your queries as much as possible. Thank you. With this, we are ending the series of horoscope matchmaking. Bye.